Guys, before we start the video, I wanted to say thank you so very much for all the support that you guys have given us. Now, throughout the month of June here, we are going to be giving away at least 2 HP tuners, MPVI2s, which are now every day supporting more and more manufacturers, which is incredibly powerful software as well as user-friendly. Now, we're also going to be giving away a number of other things randomly. So guys, check out the link in the description below. Now also guys, we're going to be giving away stuff on Instagram, so do please give us a follow on Instagram. That's at Fasterproms right here. So guys, our stickers have been out of stock for a while, but they are in stock again, and we have new ones as well. We got a ton of stuff up our sleeve this month, and it's going to be awesome. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. All right, fellas, we've been busy with a whole bunch of other stuff, left and right, freaking Ball Eagle machine, S10, all sorts of other junk, Miata, Uncle Sam, all this. Customer cars coming and going, and tuning. It's pretty much our daily life. So, however, this has been a little bit over a week, and we have not got this totally figured out yet. However, we have great news, sort of. So we had a problem with the harness, didn't know what it was and why it died when we took it to the track the first time. It was a super disappointment. The thing was absolutely ripping. Got the tires on there, got our new gear. This thing should be an absolute monster. However, it failed immediately as soon as we did a burnout. And we were just doing rips on the street, so it just did not make sense. But guess what? Woo! You run! All right, small problem. We don't know what we fixed. So there is still some sort of a problem in the harness, and we're going to have to go piece by piece, shake it, find out wherever it might be where the short exists. So we don't know at the moment, but thank God KaterTot is running again. I've really been wanting to take this thing ripping so badly, so I'd love to even set up a couple races.
Got all kinds of options.
We got a lot of options.
Let's just get it down the track safely.
We should do that too. Let's make that happen. Somebody had made a comment, hey, maybe it was something like that hit, you know, one of the harness belts that hit the harness, or...
Well, I mean, because we do have it, I mean, we're kind of caught here. We have it up and running. We've moved a bunch of stuff, but we haven't exactly found the problem. But we have eliminated, now the PCM's good. We don't have a PCM problem.
Yes.
I've done the top half of the motor wiring harness, had it cleared, and still had an issue with the bottom half before it cleared up unexpectedly. And so now we're going to go to the bottom half and see if we can find something there to cause it to create the problem again.
Okay.
It's kind of scary having an unknown issue that just fixes itself. You don't know when it's going to happen.
Right, that would be terrible.
Yeah.
Hey, we're going to the track again, do another burnout, and boom, you know, that would suck. But while we have a couple other things off, I think we should address a couple other things. Like, we wanted to fix this wiring deal here. I wanted to use that 5-inch tube that you had there, and let's kind of maybe make that look a little bit better. It really is effective. The other thing too, we should probably put our crankcase going into the inlet, so we get a little bit of negative crankcase. We'll figure some things out. It's so close too, because we could do a pan evac ish. Yeah. It's not exactly a pan evac. If you guys are not familiar with what that is, that's basically taking the crankcase vapors and putting them on the exhaust and drawing them out. We'd be putting them on the intake, where we still have some vacuum, but it's not going to be quite the same. But we do want to be able to keep negative crankcase ventilation. So
that sounds more like a factory PCV system.
Kind of, but we're still going to have a better draw in a way. So we have our valve cover going right into right there. We'll see if we can do something about that. I mean, we have a clean setup, but dude, that K-Tune stuff looks freaking awesome, man. Oh, and by the way, I think in this video, I'm going to include the bracket. Laz made a bracket, I lost the footage, and that thing is so awesome looking, and I found the footage, so we got to put that in there. It looks really cool.
All right, guys, I was working on the bracket for the throttle linkage, and I wanted to show you a neat little trick. So, what somebody showed me is if you take a bolt and you put a point to it, I actually know they sell this tool also, varying sizes. You line it up, put one in here underneath that, you get it lined up where you want it, and then you can just come around, give it a good tap on both sides, and that'll actually leave you, I don't know if you can see it, your indentions to drill your holes. And then we'll get that brushed and smooth the edges out, and that'll be our throttle linkage bracket.
All right, a couple weeks back, we had got some adapters, and unfortunately they did not fit, but now they fit. We had to have them re-drilled. These are old riggers that we had from the TSX, and when we put this thing down, it is tight. Now I don't know if those are going to cover it either. We also got some fender flares. These are going to be for a different wheel. The offset on that is kind of ridiculous. Yeah, that's what we need, about another 4 inches or so. But this one right here, that'll work for that. Since this is supposed to be a burnout car, we are not going to be able to run that all the time or anything like that. Pop them on, we're going to go street trim, take them off when we're going to go annihilate it.
Well, these aren't big enough, so you're not wanting to put these on, are you?
I don't know yet. Those might not even end up on here, but I got them. They were like $33. All right, so small problem. When that's all there, the wheels won't turn. We're literally right into this thing, yeah. So we're gonna have to make some major reliefs right there. I'm looking forward to doing that though.
I'm not. The front clip's nice.
Oh. Jeez, Laz. Eeyore.
Run the tiny wheels until it's time to move them forward, I say.
I think it's time to move them forward now.
It is, but we don't have the time to do it, it's a problem.
All right, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Like, maybe we'll just run 1/8 mile for a little bit, see how it is.
So you got the back half smart car, and now you're wanting to mod all the front stuff. You got a full cage. It's gonna be a full chassis car.
This is my first one. I've never had a full chassis car.
Piece by piece.
It is, and that's exactly what it's been. Laz said it. He's never said that before. That's always been a George and I thing, and then Ben. But piece by piece, yeah, man. So we've done the rear, and it is becoming the full thing. So yeah, dude, we got to get that. That's just a little fugly. Yeah, man, I can't wait to get this thing ripping again, though.
Loom looks bad right there, but I don't see any issues in there.
Yeah.
I mean, this is, we need to like put this stuff, this edging on this firewall there, cut it out a little bit bigger, and then see where it's all tied up at the bottom.
Yeah, it's like a hole without a grommet. Now we have the loom, but still keeping things from moving around is so incredibly important. And obviously something moved around. That was what it was. So
I mean, we had the whole motor and tranny out and all that stuff, so the whole harness got re-tied up.
All right, old Georgie found the problem. Georgie, what was the culprit?
Well, this here relay had a little stray wire coming out of the bottom of it. It was cut, and I guess it just rubbed it the wrong way.
At the wrong time.
At the wrong.
So just one little itty bitty strand of the wire, you're saying?
Yeah, like it was snipped off and just didn't get taped.
Oh. Man, let that be a lesson to us and everybody else, I guess, you know? I guess,
Sometimes you miss one here and there, you know?
Yeah, that's...
Can't tape them all, but you should.
Solder. I think you mean solder.
Well, it was literally just a cut off wire, you know?
Gotcha.
Dead end, as we call them, I guess.
You have to terminate the wire correctly.
I guess it was a live end because it ruined our testing night. So.
And then led to a dead end.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so from when we kind of wired that in, it wasn't the prettiest, but now we're cleaning that up, kind of get that a little out of sight. Just put a little connector on that, super easy breezy. Definitely much cleaner, brother. Before go for a little test drive here, I'm what you might call a zip tie-aholic.
Oh yeah.
Why don't you go ripper? I'll go get you a GoPro.
Take long. Let's see what the heck's going on now here. Making some real crazy noises. Making some weird noises.
It's definitely loud, and we got to do something about it. It's just
get a little listen on there real quick.
That leads us to the next point though. Hey, so we've got all the stuff for the TSX trans with this gear. So apparently, again, one of you guys commented, we greatly appreciate it, that the 476 ratio, final drive ratio, has a different bearing now. Hey guys, we're newbies here, we didn't know this. So everything looked and seemed like it would fit just fine, but hey, the 439 gear has a different bearing than the 476 gear, and we have all of that. So we could build the TSX trans, and it would be, we would basically have two trans. We have the 6-speed and the 5-speed, and they're still gonna have about the same overall speed per gear.
We haven't even gone through all this yet.
Yeah, we haven't even opened this up yet. So we got a different,
So there's your
shaft.
main shaft.
We've got our shift fork that should be a good, fresh, clean one. Well, we might have to up and running, but not up and running. Ugh, yeah.
Hello? All right. My dog licked the toad. I gotta go. You guys let me know how.
Hey, George, where you going, dude?
I got my dog. He's sick. He's puking. He's got the squirts.
I didn't even hear that ring.
It's on vibrate. All right, guys.
Show me the missed call. Do you like clever excuses where you can get away with stuff where you normally wouldn't be able to get away with it, as you stuff that really heavily sugared donut down your throat?
Mm-hmm.
Do you even know what I asked you?
Like my dog licked the toad.
Yeah, man. Like that. So yeah.
Why? What are you up to now?
Well, I mean, you know, we just got new brakes on it, and we have a racetrack next door, so, you know, why not
Perfect
just...
time to break them in?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm gonna break in the brakes, do the bedding procedure, and we're gonna go to the racetrack right next door. So I've been really wanting to do this for a long time.
It's gonna feel good because I remember like when we went on the first test drive, we were like, let's test the brakes, and I was like, oh my god. You were coming in hot.
All right,
Coming in
dude.
hot.
Well, let's go make this happen. We got a bedding procedure of what we need to do. That is incredibly important to being able to make those brakes last and work properly, for that matter. Well, fellas, it was our plan to try and get our smart car to the track that night so that we could do a little bit of 8th mile tuning and stuff, but just wasn't meant to be. But we're in the process of building the TSX transmission to be able to get KaterTot up and running again. Now, on another note, I wanted to mention that on the previous video, the Miata had died and I had to get towed back. Well, immediately right after that video, right after I had to leave, Laz unplugged and plugged back in the cam sensor, and everything was working totally perfect thereafter. So this thing's good, and it is running like a champ. Now, this next segment of the video is for all of the nerds, where I'm about to talk nerdy to you. Now, if you guys are not into that, of course you can fast forward. Now, I wanted to also get you guys' opinion about starting a second channel, particularly more nerdy stuff, more tuning related things, or so on and so forth. Also, I wanted to remind you guys to check out our Instagram, because there's a lot of things that I might post there that I can't or won't post on YouTube. Different rules, so on and so forth, but thank you guys so much for watching. So check this out if you are into that. This is the second part of tuning Cleetus' Bald Eagle machine. Hope you guys enjoy it. Give me your girliest loud scream though. Come on, see what you got.
116.
Not bad. Why don't you give one?
My voice is a little deep. I don't know if I can get that high.
Coop? No?
I bet don't get on 20.
Oh yeah?
Yep.
It almost sounded like you hurt yourself almost doing that. Oh! Dude, that is, I don't know if we've had a car.
Dude, he came off his toes when he did that.
Every ounce of Florida man in me is what that took.
I need earplugs for that.
Steve B.
You might be able to bring the bell
Oh,
a little louder,
yeah.
actually. Right above it.
'94. Well, we're back for day 2 of this marathon tuning session here.
Yes, sir. Part 2, day 2, 1,000 horsepower bust.
Now, you've had a lot of tuning sessions in your life here, and this has got to be closer to maybe top 5. We getting top 5?
Most exciting or top 5 longest or top 5?
Just marathon. That was a lot of problems though, dude. I mean, it's a green build. We got a lot of stuff. I mean, it wasn't anything catastrophic. We got a lot of positives to take away from it, so.
Yeah, I think we did good. I mean, it's very rare you go to a dyno session and don't go through a stressful situation. We've been all right.
All right, well, now that we got through most of the problems, hopefully a little more smooth sailing. So let's hop to it. All right, guys, it's really loud, but basically we've got a good, fresh, clean pull is what we did at the very last pull at the end of last night. So now everything should be all right. We'll see how this all works. I got to start getting back to a more aggressive tune than what I had, because this one's a little bit more conservative. We still make good power with it, but you never know. Good. It felt like it kind of laid down a little bit up top.
At the very tip top?
Yeah, something kind of just like laid down, but let me see. Yeah, nothing really visible showing. I mean, like,
No bank one issue? Again.
no, it's clean, totally. Timing's a little soft after 5,900. And let me cross-reference that because I'm on speed right now. I pulled that at like 65 though. I mean, it felt strong, but
Yeah, it was ripping.
But I mean, I gotta think we're not gonna reach a big number though until we can really
Lay it down.
Yeah, it needs to be able to make it up top because again, I mean, 5,000 we're still 5,000 we're making the same boost as we're making at 6,400.
How much boost is that?
That is right at 14. This one actually was like about maybe 15 and a half right there at 5,100, and then it kind of drooping a little. I mean, we could try it with the elbow off and see what it does. I mean, the elbow is something, you know?
Yeah. I can pop it off.
But I mean, realistically, we're going to run it with the filter on, but...
Yeah, I'll just leave it.
Okay.
Are you going to put some timing in it?
Yeah.
Often timing are we talking?
We're at 16 down to 15 right now.
What do you like to see?
I mean, it's a very, very complex question, but I mean, given that we're at 14 pounds, I still don't know the compression of this. Was it about 10?
Yeah, it's
Okay. I mean, I think we could probably run maybe like 17, 18. I mean, you've got a heavy dose of meth, so I think that's going to be your saving grace.
all right, well, let's see what we can do.
All right, so we're still fighting the same issue in the fact that the boost is going up and just flatlining. Now, we're discussing different things about the blow-off valve and so on and so forth. Basically, we want to be able to raise that threshold. It's almost as if we have a laggy turbo that is reaching its wastegate opening point and hanging around there. So, if we tighten up the blow-off valve a little bit more, perhaps we can beat that. That felt stronger. 934, 893, so it did pick up. It did pick up.
It looks smoother.
I didn't have that lay down feel.
Yeah, I didn't do the lay down up top. It feels smooth?
It did. Hey, keep going. I'm serious. That picked up. On average, it picked up. The first pull is kind of not fair because it's cold. This was hotter, but at the same time, we almost made the same power, and we averaged better power.
Okay.
All right, we got a couple more cranks on the blow-off valve. I loaded up a tune that's got a little bit more spark advance in it, and old Cleeter, he's gonna go dive down beneath, try and get a little bit, try and make sure that the blow-off valve is in fact closing during wide open. It really just seems like that thing is hanging over. Picking up 945, 894. That's probably more spark advance than it is anything else, though. It's kind of
Climbing and climbing.
yeah.
But how much more? Any boost pickup with the tightening of the middle off the valve?
Let me check. I'm gonna probably attribute that to spark.
Yeah.
It looks about the same. We hit right about 210 kPa. All right, well, we got this guy off right here because we're looking for every little bit of airflow that we can possibly get. It's not gonna breathe much better than that right there, buddy.
Yeah. We got a couple things to think. We took the elbow off because we're thinking maybe there's just a restriction going in. But really one of the only other possibilities would be that the intercooler is so small that it's restricting it, because this is the OG intercooler that was on the 600 horsepower i1 Pro Charger setup. I never thought about that. But
when you say it like that, though, it's.
I know. Well, essentially, this Pro Charger should be making 1,000 right now, right?
It might be in order to tear down and just kind of go through everything.
So we'll make this rip. This will probably be the last rip. We'll just do it without the filter, see what it picks up with that, and the filter elbow. Other than that, I'm gonna drive this thing freaking home today.
Is there a port anywhere on here? Post blower pre front mount? That we can put a mechanical boost
Yeah,
gauge?
we can check there and check.
Also, I'm saying just put a mechanical boost gauge, and the map sensor tells us how much boost it's getting at the intake.
That's a good point there, James.
You know, if the blower's putting out 20 pounds of boost, but it's only getting 14, then
Yeah.
But if it was only putting out 16 pounds, and we're seeing 16 pounds,
We could add a something down in there somehow.
You know, that would be a telltale sign of if that front mount is a restriction.
For sure would be. How can we add a?
I just didn't know if there's already an MPT port.
If there's not, though, I mean, it's not that complex to add. You know, a real quick drill and tap with an 1/8 inch pipe thread, and then we go from there.
Well, the question is,
All right, now while we're testing this, this is certainly not the best idea for heat because we're taking heat straight off of the radiator. This is merely a test.
It was making good power.
It was, yeah. It was on the up and up. However, going down the road, you get really hot air coming off the radiator. Ideally, it would be awesome to go over to the factory airbox location. All right, guys, we're gonna give this a shot again with the open supercharger. Looks like it was picking up good, so let's keep rolling with it. Feels really smooth. Feels really like it just accelerates so easily, so rapidly. A little bit more, 960, 969.05. A little bit more, 960, 969.05. Wow. Hard fought gains though, dude.
I know.
This thing is just a fighter.
that elbow is good for 15 horsepower.
To figure out our issues on our end, it looks like.
Yeah, but I mean, like, this is off to a great start, dude. 900 pound-feet of torque is not a lose
No.
at all.
That's pretty spicy.
Yeah, yeah. Even though it's not the power we want to see, the torque is there.
Yeah.
So,
I thought at like 1,050 it'd make that torque, but it seems like it's just.
and it probably, I don't know.
See, yeah, I don't know if the torque will go that much higher, but at 900 foot-pounds torque is going to be hard to control on this setup.
Yeah.
Needs a bigger tire, I think.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna need a level up on tire. There's no doubt about it.
Well, is it good to drive? Can I take it home?
Yeah, let me do a little cleaning up real quick, and then you can rip it, man.
Okay, dude.
Yeah.
Spicy unit. Good work. At least we have a good baseline, and we'll figure out our issues with airflow, why we're not getting the air to the engine.
You know what we should do?
What?
We should put the filter back on and just check it one more time and see what we're losing.
Okay.
Because that's the way you're gonna drive it, right?
Yep.
Okay, well let's do that, and then that'll line that off.
Sounds good.
All right, guys, so what we're gonna do is we removed the front elbow of the supercharger, just trying to see if we can get any more extra airflow. Any little bit should help, but we're contemplating drilling into the compressor and putting a boost gauge on there, which I think is a great idea that James came up with. I'd love to see what that does, because we're going to be able to check from the blower to the engine and see if there is a restriction within the intercooler. Love to find that piece of information out. All right, so things were looking good. We were making a little bit more boost, and then we blew off the coupler.
Back in the day, I used to rip hair off your legs every dyno session. It was good luck.
I don't... Hey! All right, guys, we're going to give this a shot again with the open supercharger. Looks like it was picking up good, so let's keep rolling with it. All right, let's make the pull here. Just found out an interesting piece of information. So that old intercooler that was initially on this car is not anywhere near rated for what we're going to be doing. We're pretty much at the limitation of what that intercooler is. So you guys are gonna come back in tomorrow, mess around with a few things, take everything apart, and probably change out that intercooler very shortly. So I haven't ever really seen a restriction like such. Normally it's a little bit more gradual rather than like a heavy plateau or ceiling. But very, very hard, and then just flattening right there. So pretty interesting though too. We are also pushing this blower a bit far, but I still would expect it to see it gain, just at a different rate rather than just flattening off. Not bad. I thought it was going to be the filter, and I was going to say if that filter's only dropping 20 horse, then...
Yeah, we just put a turbo guard in place of that filter.
And did a little switcheroo on me.
And we'll bait and switch.
We're going to leave it on the dyno.
I'll leave it right here.
You like it? You happy with that timing? What are you at?
17. When we change some stuff, that'll probably need to come down. All right, guys, well, we're going to get to the bottom of that thing and find out exactly why that is not making power. I think we got a pretty good hunch, but we'll have to stay tuned and find out for that later. Now, next video is going to be awesome. Uncle Sam is back, and we're making some major improvements that are making all the differences in the world. Plus, it's the first time I've ever gone tandeming with anybody drifting. It's with a good buddy of mine. He sold me a drift car before, one of which you guys might have seen a little bit on the channel, a tiny bit. So this guy has been my teacher for doing some drifting, and he is wild. And the car is absolutely beautiful to boot. So guys, stay tuned for some domestics taking over the drift course. It is so much fun. Is it just me, or from this perspective, does the Miata really look like a little mini Viper? I don't know, I think it kind of does. So guys, I'm gonna leave you with a song that I really, really like. I know we're getting close to that season, but by the time it actually get there, I'd probably forget. That is 4th of July by Shooter Jennings, who is Waylon Jennings' son. Hope you guys enjoy. God bless you. We'll see you next episode.
He's being so bad. I mean, he's always so bad. Chow chow. Come here. Come here. Will you do it again? He jumped over this